Hello and welcome everyone. In this tutorial I'll be showing you the code for sending multiple mails with multiple attachment to multiple recipients, that is using the JavaMail API, and the mails will be sent using your Gmail account, and the recipients will also be your Gmail IDs. Okay, so this is the preview. This is the form that I have made with 4 text fields, text area, and 3 buttons with 1 JList. And these are the names for the text fields. And you can see password sender, receiver underscore email, and this is subject. This is the message area, the text area. I have named it as message area, and this is JList with the name list1, and these are the 3 buttons. In the first tutorial today we'll code for the attachment button, which will attach files that you wish to attach with your mail, and the names on the files will be displayed in the JList. In the later on tutorials we'll code for deleting the files and then sending the mail. We'll start with the attach button. I have already coded the matter for this button, and I'll just take you through this. First of all you have to do is you have to import JavaMail API in your project. Just open it. So it will support the classes for the Gmail. In this tutorial you don't have any need to use these classes, because we are simply using the following things. First of all, go and create 2 strings and name them as attachment underscore path1 and attachment underscore part2. Set them to null and create 2 array lists, different array lists. Name them as list a1 is equal to new array list and list a2 is equal to new array list. Create a try and catch block for your code, and inside the try and catch block all you have to do is, first of all, call the class jFileChooser, create an object chooser, new is equal to jFileChooser. So what this object will do is, this object will open a open dialog box from which you can browse the file you wish to attach. So chooser dot show open file dialog is equal to null. Now what you have to do is create an object of the class file f, which is equal to chooser dot get selected file. This will grab the file and it will store it in the object f, chooser dot get selected file. Next what you have to do is you have to convert this file, you have to store this file in a string, that is the path. So call attachment underscore path1 is equal to f dot get absolute path. What this will do is this will get the absolute path of the file. For example, that can be anything like C drive, common, folder name is ABC, and the file name is a.jpg, etc, etc. So you have to do this. This is the absolute path of the file. And the next thing is attachment underscore path2 is equal to f dot get name. This method will get the name of the file, simply the name, that is a.jpg, and it will store it in the string. Now what I have done is I have used the JOption pane to display a message box which says the file is attached, which actually is not, but it will show you a message. If you don't want it, you can just ignore it, but it will give you an idea. So next thing you have to do is you have to use a for loop. I have used 2 different for loops, but you can use a single one. You can simply copy this and you can paste it over here. It doesn't matter, but for our purpose I have used 2 different for loops. What you have to do is, for integer I is equal to 0, I is less than 1, I plus plus, because I have to use this for loop just once. And inside this for loop, call the array name, that is array list that we have created, array list dot add attachment 1 dot toString. What this will do is this will store the absolute path of the file name in the array list a1. Similarly, create another for loop and which will execute only once, and in that use the object of the second array list, that is a2, and use the method add, that will add the file name to the array list a2. Now the array list, that is a1, it does not add elements which are stored in a array list. So what we have to do is we have to convert the array list into string of array. So call the string array, name, create an object string array, and pass it the size of the second array list. So we are allocating space only. Now the string array, what this method will, this line of code will do is it will convert the string array list to string of array using the method toArray with the name of the string array as an argument. So here array list is converted into string array, and now what one can do is we can add this string array to the list JList. For this, call default list model, create an object model1. Model1 is equal to default list model, and list use the set model method and pass it the object of the default list model. And list1 dot set selection mode, what this does is it allows you to select multiple files in the array list. And list1 dot set layout orientation, which take the argument JList.vertical, what it does is the files that you add will be placed one after the another in the array list and not in a horizontal fashion. That is, the orientation is vertical. And just set the set visible row count to -1. The very last thing that you have to do is create a for loop, and it will run until the array list dot size, that is the it will run depending on the size of the array list. So what you have to do is call the object model1 dot add elements, that is the object of the JList, and it will add the elements that are stored in the array that are stored in the string of array. And what we have stored in the string of array is the names, file names of the file that you have attached, and it will take all the objects that you have stored, that is all the files will be stored in the array list, JList, as we have called the method add elements. And with this done, we will simply run the program and see the output. Okay, this is the form, and as we have coded for this single button, we'll test this. Just double click it or single click it, it will open a open file dialog box, and here you can browse to the file that you wish to add. First of all, I will add a file attached. It will display a message, and when you click OK, it will add the show the file in the JList button. Now since we have used the orientation as vertical, the next file that we are going to attach will be displayed below here and not here. So now this time we will use a PDF file to attach, and the PDF file is attached, and with the multiple selection, that is set selected index, you can select multiple files. This is useful when you are deleting it or some other purpose. Now what we'll do is we'll try to attach a bigger file. Skyfall battleship, and the file is attached. In this way you can attach various files for sending. I hope it might have helped you to understand something about the JList and how to attach multiple files. In the next tutorial we will see how to delete these files with the delete button. Till then, take care, have a nice day.